beautiful children of the stars. I have one simple message for you. This message I've been getting over and over and over in the past few weeks, and I've been practicing this actually since January, and it's made a huge difference in my life. And this message will show you how you can actually live a beautiful, aligned, happy, wonderful life, a high vibrational 5D life in spite of what's happening in the world, in spite of the chaos of this world. And true mastery is being independent of the circumstances that are around us, if close or if far away. So this one very, very simple, it's so simple, my friends, it's so simple. You're gonna laugh, but the thing is, implementing this, actually doing it, actually living by it is not so easy. So I'm going to tell you what. But first of all, I mean, take a look at this. Look at those clouds. Oh, they are biblical. They're like this all the time. And look at those mountains, right? These mountains. Isn't that beautiful? This is Canada. This is West Coast Canada. And oh, by the way, look at this. This I'm going to take as an example of what I'm talking about. I'm going to tell you in a moment. Hang on. Don't go away. This is the swimming pool that has opened as the only swimming pool on the whole island. It's huge warm water pool for adults, and it's whirlpool. So I can go there every day and swim. And it's not that secret little hotel pool I always go to. That's the second one. So I have two I can go to now. But that I have manifested truly in a magical way. And I will tell you how with a little secret. So it's windy. I love the wind. I love this weather. Anyways, we're gonna go driving a little bit, as we always do. So bear with me. Hang on, my beautiful Starseed family. And watch till the end of the video, because my videos tend to get better and better and better as the messages unfold, all right? Because we're working with our spirit guides. We're working with our team of light when we are doing these videos, me and you together. So, before we drive, before we go, I'm going to tell you the secret. And I want you to write this down. I want you to make little notes, and I want you to really pay attention. And don't click off and say, oh, Natasha, this is so simple. No, this works. I'm going to tell you the secret. I'm going to tell you the message. The message is this. What you focus on will expand in your life and create the reality that you want. So, the phrase is, what you focus on expands, all right? And it doesn't only expand. What you focus on becomes so big and so real that you can actually shift your reality from things that you don't like to the ones that you do like. And why is this? I'm going to give you a second secret that you have to know. This works because you truly are the divine creator of your life, of your circumstances, of your reality. No matter where you are right now, you have created it. And I know I have said these types of messages many times, but right now I was called to really tell you, if you're confused, if it's too much, you don't know what to do. What do you focus on? The focus in your life, the general focus that you are putting out or on, whatever you're putting your focus on, that will be your reality, and that will become real. If it's good, if it's bad, if it's the pandemic, if it's these, if it's chaos, if it's poverty, or if it's beauty, if it's spirit, if it's a wonderful life, whatever you put your focus on, even if it's not in front of you, will come into your reality, and will become your life. And this is really, really, really true, because you're creating. You are divine, powerful light being creators, and we forget this. And because we are powerful creators, we create with our intention and focus. All right, so let's go. Let's drive a little bit. All right, so do you want to see where I'm driving? In the daytime, because usually I only do this at night. I don't know if it's allowed, if the police will stop me and say, hey, what's this? You have your phone on there. What's going on? Then I'll say it's the GPS. All right. Let's do this. And let me explain a little bit what I mean, all right? And I'm going to give you a real life example of my own life, So I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit right here so you can see. Oh, and look at this here. Let me show you something, guys. You see this thing? This is the biggest hockey stick in the world. You see, it's a hockey stick. Typical Canadian, eh? Eh? All right, let me see if this thing, oh no, the camera stand is not the best. Okay, it's gonna be crooked a little bit, but this is where I'm going. Okay, so let's go. So, the whole last year, what was it like? It was chaotic. It was as though this dark cloud had descended upon us. The dark cloud, the mass spells, these mass imprints, everything that we've been experiencing has not been good, right? And when something like this happens, obviously we're going to focus on it. We're going to try to figure out, oh no, this thing, 1 second. Oh, well, you will look at the clouds. I hope that's okay. You will look at the clouds. All right. Okay, all right. Let's see, where are we going here? I'll try to correct the camera in a moment. Stay with me, guys. Enjoy the ride with me. All right, so we've had time. We've had 1 year, okay? I'm gonna move over here to put the camera right. We've had 1 year, my friends. 2, really. We've had 1 year to come to terms with what the reality is, and it's different than we thought, okay? So, we've had 1 year, and we've had to focus on it. We've been shook awake. We have been shaken. We've been put through the ringer. But now, it is truly time, if you haven't already done so, it's truly time to take a step back, to regroup, and to actually stop responding, stop being triggered, to actually take control over your reality and over your life, over your mind, over your focus, and over your intentions. So now, my beautiful children of the stars, it's time to start to focus away from the chaos, to start to focus away from everything that's happening, the V, the C, everything that we know is going on. I mean, last year we were like, I would say, horrible truths were dumped on us one after the next. And we went down some really deep, horrendous rabbit holes. And maybe that was necessary, because focusing on what you want is not the same as completely ignoring and pretending that the negative stuff isn't there. Like I always say, it's not hiding from it. It's not pretending it's not there. We know it is there. It's in the back of our minds. It's on the sidelines. But by focusing on what you want so it expands means most of your energy, your thought, your manifestation power, your intention must be focused on what it is that you want, not what it is that you don't want. Because if you're pulled down rabbit hole after rabbit hole constantly, if you're constantly listening to the news, if you're constantly allowing the negativity of the world to go into your mind, to really like take up the space of your life, of your mind, of your focus, of your day, then it's going to get bigger and bigger and more real. And it's going to start popping up in your personal life, in your personal reality. That's how it works. It really is. So what is important is to know that these things are happening, know how to maneuver through it, and then truly start to focus in on, with clarity, with a sword like, with a like a laser like focus. What do you want? And I've been doing this whole year. What do I want? I want a beautiful life. I want freedom. I want a beautiful spiritual community. I want to live the life of my dreams. And I actually am getting there. Month by month, life is getting better. Last year wasn't so bad. Last year was only bad because I let myself focus on the negative, and I was really dragged into the depths of the rabbit holes. I allowed people into my life who kept bringing all these negative things to me. So focusing on what you want also includes really looking at the people in your life. What kind of conversations are you having? What kind of arguments are you having? Where are you spending your time? Who are you spending your time with? Are you spending your time on negative horror shows, on the news, on TV, discussing with friends that are just saying, ranting and raving how terrible everything is, hours and hours on end? If you do that, then that will start to expand in your personal life and in your personal reality, and you will start being dragged down into that. That's what I mean. I have been focusing only on what I want, and all the negative things have faded from my life. They have faded. It's like my neighbors, friends of mine, they live completely differently. So don't say, oh, it's because you're in Canada, you're so lucky. My brother, friends of mine, other people that I know, they're not living a good life. They're very anxious. They keep having problems. They are very restricted. They see only the worst of this world, and they're not having a good time. I'm having a blast. I'm having a great time. I'm focusing on everything that is positive. And because I've been focusing only on positive things, they have actually manifested physically in my life and made my life beautiful and easy. So I cannot stress enough that you must focus on, even if it's just one small thing that you want, that you like, that is good. Focus on the good things in front of you, and focus on the good things that are not in front of you yet that you want. Just uphold that vision of, this is done. I'm already there. This is it. I'm not giving up. This is my reality. The example of the swimming pool last year in Germany, like everything was shut down, and you know, for me the water is everything. I have to go swimming. If I don't go swimming, if I can't go swimming, my inner Lola, my cosmic whale, is sad. She's sad. My Pleiadian as well. All of us, you know, all of our starseed beingnesses, for me, all of them, they all love the water. And in Germany, I was led to this warm pool where there was a factory beside the local pool that made it really warm, and it was open, strangely enough. So I was in Germany 3 times last year, traveled without a problem, and there was this pool. I came back to Canada, there wasn't one. Everything was closed. There was lockdown like everywhere. And by some chance, because I kept focusing on the water, and I kept imagining I was in Mexico and swimming at the beach, and I knew something good was gonna come, and I was focusing on that. And then a little birdie told me about this one swimming pool on the whole island that was open half an hour from me. I went there and I found it. That was my secret little saltwater pool in a hotel with a whirlpool that I went to every day. And then I thought, no, I kept focusing on, I want to swim more. I want a bigger pool. I want this to work. And then lo and behold, the local pool opened their big, you know, warm water landscape for adults. It's the only one on the island. Right now, the restrictions are such that in the warm pools, the one that I like, you have to be a child or a family. They don't let anyone in. And they somehow, for some strange reason, as I was focusing on this, they changed the regulations, and now I can go in there and it's almost empty. I have a huge water landscape, you know, with those little things that go around, those little rivers and all kinds of fun things, and a huge whirlpool. I have that almost to myself every single day. So I have a choice. And I wasn't bitter, I wasn't angry, I was a little bit mad once in a while, but I kept having this focus of a beautiful life. I can do what I want. I kept focusing on and doing the things that I can do, that I am allowed. I was pulling out all the stops to have a good life anyways. Going around all the different restrictions. You know, I had a weekend up in Tofino at the beach where I went surfing for the first time. That was really beautiful. Almost a week. I went driving around. I found some beautiful places. I found some magical forests. I found some beautiful places where I can actually sit and eat outside in a restaurant, which I love. I have beautiful friends whom I can meet with, who are not afraid, who are not closed. So I kept focusing on that and focusing on, it was actually when I started imagining flying to Mexico or being in Mexico, having big water there for me that I can go swimming every day. When I focused on that for a little bit, suddenly this pool opened. suddenly this pool opened for me, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. So focusing on what you want, but being open how it comes in, that's really important. So you can't be too tight on your wishes and your dreams and your goals. It has to be a little bit open. You know what you want, but then you have to be open to receive in whichever way it can come through. That's how the law of attraction works. We're basically talking about the law of attraction put in a very simple statement. What you focus on expands. And I'm going to practice this with many different things. And I have practiced this, and somehow something always pops up in my reality that I've focused on in a strange and beautiful and wonderful way. So that's what my guides have been telling me, Natasha. Focus on things that you want. Stop focusing on the negative stuff. That's why I haven't made many videos about the CABAL, those who rule the world. The negative, the draconians, the negative ones who rule us, basically. The negative soul groups, all that. I mean, I understand that it's important to be informed, but do you want to focus on that stuff all day long? Are you going to let it consume you? And that's the problem with shadow work. Shadow work is important, but shadow work has to be done, executed, put behind you, and then you move forward in a positive way. Then you draw the good things to you. Because what we were doing last year basically was shadow work, right? And shadow work has its place, but you cannot focus on it for too long, forever and ever and ever. It cannot consume you. It cannot start consuming your day, your thoughts, your mind, because when you do that, it will become real. I know so many people who are actually doing this. I mean, look at everyone around you who are always unlucky, who always have things happen to them. Why is that? What are they focusing on? What are they talking about all day long? What is their mental state of being? The thing is, if you start focusing on demons and devils and the cabal, oh, I said it now, CABAL, if you start focusing on that, it will become more and more real, and it will show up in your life, and suddenly something will happen that will show you that it's real, and then you're like, wow, this is real, and then you focus more on it, and it's like this. But if you focus on the divine matrix, on 5D, on the potential of where it is that you're going, on the beautiful things in your life, on the beautiful people, they will start to expand, and they will start to pop into your reality more and more as beautiful synchronicities, as openings, as ways to move through this matrix, as ways to move through the rules where you will not be affected. And when we are in the matrix and our friends and family are being very strongly affected, that is one thing that is very difficult. But in that case, obviously we are physically living together with our family and friends. In that case, it's very important to be very neutral, to step into neutrality and support the people around you with love and compassion and neutrality. Not point the finger, oh, why are you wearing a mask? Oh, why are you getting the V? Stay neutral and honor them as divine creators of their life. They are choosing this. We do as much as we can. We try to talk to them. We talk to them if they want to listen. If not, we take a step back and we honor them for their opinions, for their judgments, for their choices. And we support them lovingly, even if we don't agree. So, please be aware. In the next week, try this. In the next week, be aware of what your focus is on every single day, every single moment. What are you focusing on? And I'm going to tell you, the more you focus on joy, the more you focus on Christ consciousness, the more you focus on really choosing to feel good in the moment, choosing to see beautiful things that bring joy into your life, the more you actually feel and embody the joy, the more joyful happenings will come into your life. The more you live in the vibration of joy and a high quality of life that you choose in the moment. High thoughts, elated thoughts, the more you choose that and embody that and live that, the more you will invite real happenings, real people, real incidents, real places, real possibilities in that are joyful and happy. That will fulfill your dreams. That is how it works. It is so simple. What are you focusing on? What are you intending every single moment? Make a note of it. Think about it. And when you feel yourself listening to negativity and news and this world, I know this world is bad right now. It's not what we want. But we can create our own experience that is different from the rest of the chaotic world by focusing laser-like in a disciplined way on the beauty of life. And you can't tell me there's nothing beautiful in your life. You can't tell me that. We all have things that are very, very, very beautiful. And focus on those things. So that was the message for you, beautiful Starseed family. I hope that's made sense. And I didn't drive and you didn't get to see where I was going. So I'm just going to drive a little bit. You will see the sky because this camera stand is a disaster. This is a little tiny little town where I live with tiny little houses. Look how cute. Yes. Oh, this is coming off the stand. Okay, I'm driving holding the camera, which is absolutely not allowed. So maybe I'll drive over the side of the road to say goodbye, or else I will get a ticket. Yes, so that was my message for you today. Have a beautiful life in spite of the chaos. And practice to be a real master. That is mastery. You can do it, guys. You're starseeds. You just have to remember a little bit what it was like up there in 5D. Just remember that. Focus on that. Focus on that feeling. I walk around and I jump into Christ consciousness, into that flying, beautiful, joyful, high vibe 5D flow so often. I jump into that so often because I am consciously focusing on beautiful things, on the beauty of life, consciously. And I'm not allowing myself to be triggered, and I'm not allowing myself to react all the time, to walk around reacting. No. And you can do it too, and your life will get better. Try it. Let me know. Love you all. Thank you so much. Cosmic Empress.